Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a tip conditionally formatting your visual in Tableau Desktop. The use case for today is we are operating a store that sells a variety of goods. These goods are separated into different subcategories. Today, we would like to create a bar chart that shows any of those product subcategory meets their sales target. And let's say the sales target is $1 million. We would like to see if our product subcategory meets the sales target or not. Without further ado, let's get started. So we would first create a bar chart, drag subcategory into the rows, drag sales into the columns, change the entire view, sort in descending order. Now notice that my font is a little bit, well, I always encourage people when you start your Tableau Desktop, the first thing you are going to do is format your font so that it looks better. And usually I'll go with Tableau semi-bold, and it's pretty good enough for whatever visual you're creating most of the time. So the first thing we are going to do is create a reference line. Right click on the y-axis, add a reference line. And then we like to create a custom value. It means a constant line at $1 million. I always include a separate 1000 separator in the number so that I don't have to use my finger to count the zeros, but you can choose not to type the 1000 separator in. And for our label, we would like to customize our label and say this is sales target equals to, I mean, we could type $1 million here, but the next time we want to change our sales target, we need to remember to change our label here. So instead of hard coding the number here, I'd like to insert a parameter, value parameter, that is going to change according to my value here. And then I'll click OK to save changes. Now, you see my demonstration, I would like to put my label in the middle of the visual. So I'm going to right click on my reference line and click format. You have to be really careful when you right click on your line, because if you didn't click on the line, you are going to format something else. It's a canvas, not the line. So you need to make sure your cursor is directly on top of the line. Then only you should right click on format. We would like to change the alignment vertically middle. That's how you do it. All right, now we have our reference line. We would like to conditionally format our bar. So we are going to create a calculated field. I'm going to call this mid target. And for my mid target, I'm going to say if my sum of sales is greater than 1 million, then true. Notice that a true should be capital because it's a keyword in Tableau. So we would choose the true instead of typing out yourself, else false. And we're going to end the condition. All right, then we're going to click OK. Now we want to drag the mid target into the color in the mouse cut. All right, now our bar chart is going to change according to the condition. We can experiment this by trying out our filters with the markets. Choose all, but we're going to right click on the market and show filter. Now when we try with different selections of a filter, we realize that the condition, the color changes according to our selections. All right, so now it shows that we have done the conditional formatting for the bar colors. Now we are going to conditionally format our star. But first, how are we going to show the star here? right? So we are going to create a calculated field for this, and we're going to name it as blue star. All right, and if, remember just now we created meet target, and we say that if it meets a condition, it returns true, else it returns false. And notice that meet target is actually a Boolean type calculated field, right? The data type for this calculated field is Boolean. So it means that it returns true or false according to our condition. And if true, we are going to return a star. But how do we get a star? So I'm going to recommend this website to you, coolsymbol.com. This is usually where I get my string icon, right? Or string symbol that you can use in Tableau and put into the calculated field. Notice that you don't always have to come here to get the string icon. You can always create one yourself in a Microsoft Word or PowerPoint, right? But it's just a little bit easier for me to just switch my tab to over to Google and just copy and paste icon here from this website, right? So I'm going to click on the star icon and Control V to paste the star here, right? And if this is true, then it's going to return a star. Else, no, I'm not going to have an else clause here. I'm just going to end the calculated field. All right. Later, we are going to create another one for a red star, and I'll explain this trick to you a little bit later in this video. Now we're going to create another calculated field. I'm going to call it red star. And if false, notice that this will return true for the right condition and false for the false condition. So in order for this to return a false, I'm going to type not here, and the not formula is going to negate the true or false. So if this returns true, if this returns true, this is going to be a false. So if false, then I'm going to return a star. And I'm not going to have an else clause here. I'm going to end the if else condition. All right, if this is a true, if this returns a true, this will be false. And if false, I'm going to return the star. Else, if it's true, still going to return the star, but not in this calculated field, in the blue star calculated field. So now I'm going to drag my blue star into the label, and notice that only those who returns true will show a star. I'm going to experiment with my filter, and this is true. Now I'm going to add my red star into the label. Now all of them has a star, correct? So why do we do this? Why do we need two calculated fields to show one single star? Now the trick is you can edit the label and notice that the blue star and red star is two different calculated fields. And now I can color the blue star in blue and apply. Now notice that only the blue star turns into blue and the red star remains as black. But some of the red star disappear, right? Because the red star is underneath the blue star. So we need to, although the blue star didn't show up, it still occupies space as a null value, and the red star is going to be underneath the null value. So instead of placing them vertically, I'm going to delete the space between blue and red star and put it into one line. When I apply, you notice that the red star appeared back to the top. And now I'm going to change the red star into red color. And now we have got our conditionally formatted bar chart. I'm going to experiment with our filter, and the color changes as expected. That's all for our video today, and if you like to have written instructions for this tutorial, please head over to my Medium article. I have very detailed written instructions for this practice. Alright, until the next one, I'll see you again. Bye bye.